The objective of our project was to understand the perspective of people that migrated to the New World and their many reasons for coming to the Americas. Our group decided to focus specifically on white European indentured servants and their voyage to the Americas. The purpose of our documentary will be to create a realistic view of the life of an indentured servant during the 1700s by focusing on the life of the Scottish indentured servant John Harrower. Indentured servant, by definition, is a person under contract to work for another person for a definite period of time, usually without pay but in exchange for free passage to a new country. During the 17th century, most of the white laborers in Maryland and Virginia came from England as indentured servants. During the early 1500s, migration, trade, and the economy took a tremendous leap forward. During this time, thousands of Europeans had been inhabiting the New World. This caused its nutrient-rich land to revolutionize agriculture. The revolution in agriculture also meant a revolution in technology, which made it possible to create successful farms with hundreds of acres of tobacco, indigo, and cotton. The motor that made these plantations run successfully was the blood and sweat of enslaved laborers.
John Harrower was born in the Shetland Islands of Scotland. He lived there with his wife and three children until he travelled to London in search for a job. John recorded his life as an indentured servant in his journal. I've come back from another day of work with no money to show for it. The tragedy is terrible. I can't bring home food to eat or clothes for my children. I need to find anything that can allow me to provide for my family. I can't go on like this. The time has come to say goodbye and be with my family one last moment. With a great deal of pain, I'm forced to leave them behind to their luck. As a man, the saddest realization has come. I can't support myself, much less my family. I will leave nothing behind but my family and the Harrower name soiled with debt. I will try my luck in London, where I hope to find business and money. After doing so, I shall send for my family and finally be able to provide for them. I'll be leaving now, with a heavy heart, and kiss them goodbye for one last time.
As soon as John Harrower landed in London, he was shocked. John realized that the economy had plummeted. As John walks the streets, he sees famine and starvation in every corner. It is not any better than his home. He realizes that he has made a horrible mistake in coming to London. He has to find any other option for work or he will die. Hey lad, take a flyer. Indentures to America. Supposedly some good money to be made.
This could be my only option for work, to provide for my family. This is my only option left. I'll have to become an indentured servant and head to the New World. Friday, March 11th. Wind, weather, and course as yesterday. This forenoon clear but very squally like. At 4 p.m. stowed the main topsail, and at 7 p.m. stowed fore topsail, and close reefed the mainsail and scudded under it. The wind blowing excessive hard, and a very high sea running still from the westward. At 8 p.m. was obliged to batten down both fore and main hatches, and a little after, I really think that it was the oddest shine betwixt decks that I heard or seed. There was something sleeping, some spewing, some damning, some blasting, their legs and thighs, some their liver, lungs.
The reason that I'm here today is to greet my humble schoolmaster, which I have brought from London on a 4-year indenture. His name is John Harrower. John! John! Old chap John Harrower. Nice to meet you.
Good evening, Colonel. Nice to meet you. I'm happy to be here.
I'm glad that you made it in one piece. Right now, we'll head on home.
I now write you with a shaking hand and a feeling heart to enquire you of your and my dear infant's welfare. This being the return of the day of the year on which I was obliged to leave you and my dear infants early in the morning, which day will be ever remembered by me with tears until it shall please God to grant us all happy a meeting again. I trust in the mercies of a good God this will find you, my dear infants, in perfect health, as I am and have ever been since I came here. For neither the heat in summer, nor what I have yet felt of the cold in winter, gives me the least uneasiness. I thank God for it. About 20 days ago I only laid aside my summer dress and put on a suit of new coloured duffel, neatly mounted, but no lining.
John, by now, has settled into his town of Belvedere, Virginia. John resides at Dangerfield's residence. He is one of the lucky ones. Colonel Dangerfield brought his 3 sons to Harrower. Harrower would be responsible for being their teacher. The first son, Edwin, was 10 years old. Bathurst was 6 years old, and the third, William, was 4 years old. John would teach these children to write, read, and figure. Later, several other farmers would ask John to teach the children as well. William Patty, son of John Patty, Sally Evans, daughter of Thomas Evans, Philip and Dorothy Edge, children of Benjamin Edge, and John Edge, son of Samuel Edge, joined the other children. Soon, John was teaching a whole class of kids.
In Virginia now I am, at Belvedere settled, where may the ever mercy find who had the cause that I am from my sweet wife separated, and obliged to leave my infant children fatherless. As a schoolmaster I am here, and must for 4 years remain so. May I endeavour the Lord to fear, and always his commands do. For in God's strength I do rely, that he, at his appointed time, will bring me back to my family, if I his precepts do but mind. Oh, may my God provide for them, who unto me are near and dear, though they are far off of me or from. O Jesus, keep them in thy fear. Do thou enable me to labour, and my fortune do thou mind, that what I get by thy favour I to my family may send. O Lord my God, do thou them save from dangers and from death. and may they food and raiment have, and for the same may thankful be while they have breath. And may we all ever glorify thy name, and loud thy praises sing, and unto them all know the fame of Jehovah our Almighty King. O ever blessed be the God, the King of all the earth is he. Let us exalt his name with one accord. My absent friends God bless, and those my wife and children dear. I pray for pardon to my foes, and for them sheds a tear. At Epsom here this day I lie, repenting my past sins, praying to Jesus for his mercy and success to my friends. Now at London in a garret room I am, here friendless and forsaken, but from the Lord my help will come, who trust in him are not mistaken. When friends on earth do faint and fail, and upon you their backs do turn, O truly seek the Lord, and he will them comfort that do mourn. I'll unto God my prayer make, to him my case make known, and hope he will for Jesus' sake provide for me, and soon. Both the last nights quite drunk was I, pray God forgive me of the sin. But had I been in good company, me in that case no man had seen, placed by myself without the camp, as if I were unclean. No friendly soul does my floor tramp, my grief to ease or hear my moan. For in a prison at large I'm placed, bound to it day and night. Oh, grant me patience, God of grace, and in thy paths make me walk right. This day alone at home I am, representing sadly and fully sore that ever the like unto me came. When this I see, the cause I will repent for evermore.
John Harrower died in 1777. He was never able to return home or to see his family. The cause of his death is unknown. His wife received two letters that explain the situation, both written by Dangerfield.
Harrower owed his good fortune to Colonel Dangerfield. Not only was he treated with respect and rewarded by the planter with many physical comforts, but he was also permitted to earn money by instructing children in the neighborhood. In 3 years' time, he saved £70, enough money to bring his family to America. But the Revolution intervened, and Harrower died before he was ever able to see his family again.
Indentured servitude continued on throughout the century, until the economy in England slowly but surely began to progress. At that point in time, the government could not find willing bodies to sign indentures, so they began to import African slaves, ending indentured servitude and introducing slavery to the New World.